Wow! It's April 1st. Do you know what that means? It's April Fool's Day. This is a very special day. It is a day for playing silly tricks and jokes on your friends and family. You might wake up and find that someone has put salt in the sugar bowl. Or maybe your brother will tell you that your shoes are on the wrong feet, just to make you look. It's a day full of giggles and surprises. Everyone gets to be a little bit mischievous and have a good laugh. It's a tradition that has been around for a very, very long time. And kids just like you have been enjoying it for hundreds of years. Imagine a day where the whole point is to be playful. That's April Fool's Day. You have to be on your toes. You have to be ready for anything. Someone might point to your shirt and say, "You've got a spot." When you look down, they will shout, "April Fools." It's all in good fun, of course. The goal isn't to be mean, but to share a moment of surprise and then laugh about it together. It's like a big worldwide game of peekaboo where everyone is in on the secret joke. This special day reminds us that it's okay to be silly and not so serious all the time. The best April Fool's pranks are the ones that are harmless and funny for everyone involved. Think about simple things you could do. You could hide your dad's favorite coffee mug and make him search for it. You could draw a funny face on a banana in your mom's lunch bag. The trick is to think of something that will make the other person smile when they figure it out. It's a creative challenge. You have to be clever and sneaky, like a friendly fox. The surprise is the most important part of the joke, followed by the happy shout of April Fools. So, where did this wacky day even come from? Who was the very first person to shout April Fools? It's a secret history full of mystery and adventure, like a story from a long-lost book. The origins are not perfectly clear, which makes it even more exciting to explore. It's like we are detectives, searching for clues in the past to understand why we do these silly things every year on the first day of April. Let's get in our magic treehouse and travel back in time to uncover the secrets of this fun-filled holiday and find out how it all began. Our journey takes us way back in time, over 400 years ago, to a country called France. Back then, people used a different calendar than we do today. Their new year didn't start on January 1st. Instead, they celebrated the new year for a whole week, starting around March 25th and ending on April 1st. It was a huge party with festivals and gift-giving. Can you imagine celebrating the new year in the spring? The flowers were blooming and the sun was shining. It was a wonderful time for a celebration. People were very used to this tradition, and it had been this way for a long, long time. Then, a big change happened. In the year 1582, the King of France decided that everyone should start using a new calendar. This new calendar was called the Gregorian calendar, and it's the same one we use today. The king declared that the new year would now officially begin on January 1st. This was a huge deal. Imagine if someone told you that your birthday was suddenly on a different day. It would be very confusing, wouldn't it? Some people heard the news right away and switched to the new date. They started celebrating New Year's Day in the cold of winter. But here is where the fun begins. In those days, there was no internet or television. News traveled very slowly. It was carried by people on horseback from town to town. So, a lot of people in the countryside didn't get the message about the new calendar. Other people were just stubborn and didn't want to change. They liked their spring celebration. These people kept celebrating the new year on April 1st. They were seen as being a little bit silly or behind the times. They were the April Fools. Because these people were celebrating the wrong New Year's Day, the people who knew about the change started playing tricks on them. They would send them on silly errands like trying to find pigeon's milk or a sweet and sour rock. They would stick paper fish on their backs without them knowing. This was a symbol that they were easy to catch, just like a young fish. The French name for this is poisson d'avril, which means April fish. This tradition of playing pranks on the people who were fooled by the calendar change is believed to be the real start of April Fool's Day. The fun of April Fool's Day spread from France to other countries, and each place added its own special twist. In England, the day became very popular. They loved the idea of a day dedicated to jokes. But in England, you have to be quick. The rule is that you can only play pranks in the morning, before 12 o'clock noon. If you try to play a joke on someone in the afternoon, you are the fool. They even have a special name for you, a noodle or a gob. So if you're ever in England on April 1st, make sure you get your tricks done early in the day. In Scotland, they love April Fool's Day so much that they celebrate it for 2 days. The first day, April 1st, is called Hunt the Gowk Day. A gowk is another name for a cuckoo bird, which is a symbol for a foolish person. On this day, people are sent on fake errands, just like in the old French tradition. The second day, April 2nd, is called Taily Day. This day is all about pranks that involve people's bottoms. Kids might try to pin a paper tail on their friends or put a kick me sign on their back. It's 2 full days of silliness and laughter. Even big companies and television stations like to get in on the fun. One time, a famous news show in England broadcast a story about spaghetti trees. They showed farmers in Switzerland pulling long strands of spaghetti right off the branches of trees. Many people called the station wanting to know how they could grow their own spaghetti tree at home. It was a giant joke that fooled the entire country. This shows that even grown-ups love a good April Fool's prank. And sometimes the silliest ideas are the ones that become the most famous and are remembered for years and years. Another fun fact is that some countries celebrate a similar day, but on a different date. In Spain and many Latin American countries, they have the Day of the Holy Innocents on December 28th. On this day, people play pranks and tricks on each other, just like on April Fool's Day. So if you ever find yourself in Spain during the winter holidays, be on the lookout for jokes. It's amazing to think that people all over the planet have set aside a special day just for the purpose of being playful and having a good-hearted laugh with one another. So why has this silly day lasted for so long? What makes it so special that people all over the world celebrate it? The answer is simple: laughter. April Fool's Day is a holiday that connects us all through the joy of a shared joke. It's a day when we can put aside our serious work and just be goofy. Laughter is good for us. It makes us feel happy and brings us closer to our friends and family. A good, harmless prank can create a funny memory that you will talk about for years. It's a special magic that turns an ordinary day into an extraordinary one. The day also gives us a chance to be creative. Thinking up a good prank requires imagination. You have to think about what would be surprising and funny, but not hurtful. It's a puzzle to solve. Will you hide all the spoons and leave only forks for breakfast? Will you change the language setting on your parents' phone to something silly? The possibilities are endless, and the best jokes are the ones that are clever and personal. This creative spirit is a big part of what makes the day so exciting. It's a time to let your playful side shine bright for everyone to see. April Fool's Day is also a reminder not to take ourselves too seriously. Sometimes things go wrong and we make mistakes. On April 1st, we celebrate being fooled. It teaches us that it's okay to be tricked and to laugh at ourselves. When someone shouts, "April Fools," at you, the best thing to do is smile and laugh along with them. It shows that you have a good sense of humor. This is an important lesson for life. Being able to laugh when things don't go perfectly is a wonderful skill to have. And April Fool's Day gives us the perfect practice. From a calendar mix-up in France to spaghetti trees on TV, April Fool's Day has a long and funny history. It's a day that has traveled across the world and through time, all because people love to laugh. So, on this April 1st, remember the secret history of the April fish and the gowks. Have fun, be creative, and be kind with your jokes. Share a giggle with your friends and family, because a day filled with laughter is one of the best kinds of days you can possibly have. Happy April Fool's Day!